42 to 44 sharp teeth, 16 of which, once lodged into your skin, will make quite a messy fillet. A nose so well made to catch scents that it can catch your smell from miles away. Nails that, if not properly trimmed, can cut a gash inches deep. Despite this supposed ferocity, I am of course talking about man's best friend, dogs. Some people, are afraid of dogs, but as long as the owner is dominant, consistent, and loving, no worries. If you don't own a dog, then it is even more important to be in the know. My purpose is to teach 3 general commands in which can help your dog demonstrate the appropriate manners and also help people who don't have dogs teach other people's dogs to be consistent. Before beginning, the most important thing to remember is being consistent. Dr. Marty Becker, who wrote Your Dog, the Owner's Manual, says that once you teach a command, don't change the context. For instance, some people say lay down when they want their dog to lay, and then they say get down when they want their dog off of a piece of furniture or a person. Your dog's listening for key words, and with these 2, you've just confused your dog. They're listening to the word down, and now you're using it in 2 different contexts. Usually this is why your dog won't listen. So it's most important to find a phrase that you can use only one time. The next important thing to remember is that you cannot be afraid to punish your dog, especially in front of other people. Failure to do this will teach your dog that they're the alpha and they don't have to listen to you. The next thing is to tell your dog only one time what they're supposed to do. If they don't obey, wait. She heard you. She's just going to do her own thing. But if you start yelling, she's going to think that the only time she has to listen to you is when you're blue in the face. And that's not something you want. The first command is to come when called. Cesar Millan from the Dog Whisperer says that it's best to get a 6-foot leash rope and have your dog attached to one end. You call your dog's name once. And wait. If your dog doesn't come to you, you reel her in and give her a treat as if she did it herself. You repeat this action until your dog eventually comes to you. And once she does that, you give her all the praises and treats in the world. This command can help your dog to walk without a leash and also to reiterate the fact that you are the one in command. The second command is sit. It's pretty universal, and my trainer Rachel from PetSmart says that it can help dogs calm themselves down on their own. The best way to do this is to take a treat, such as this, and hold it high above the dog's nose. Eventually the dog's butt will hit the ground. Now you've introduced the command. You can do this raising the treat and say sit. Do this a few more times until you feel comfortable, and then try to tell your dog to sit without raising the treat. Remember, only one time. If your dog doesn't listen, you can push her butt down and, again, tell her sit, and then when she hits the ground, tell her good job, good job, good job. You want to be as consistent as possible, and every time they do something right, make sure that they know it. And then it helps to teach your dog to sit on multiple surfaces so that way your dog will listen to you all the time. The next important thing to learn and to teach your dog for social etiquette, especially with humans, is off. This ends the get down debate. You can use off for getting off of people, getting off of furniture. The best way to do this is to make a visual signal. So as if your dog was sitting on the chair, you would point and say, off. If your dog does not get off, shove her off. Remember to be consistent. She'll eventually learn. As for people, do the same thing. If she doesn't get off of the person she's jumping on, Cesar Millan says it is okay, as long as it's a friendly greeting, to take your knee and put it into the dog's chest. Just enough to put the dog on the ground, not enough to hurt the dog. Be consistent, and your dog will eventually learn it's not supposed to jump on people, and she's not supposed to jump on furniture. Being consistent helps dogs remember that this is what they're supposed to do. No one wants to be embarrassed by their dog, and thanks to 3 commands such as coming when called, sit, and off, your dog can demonstrate appropriate manners. This will also help your dog to learn new commands. Remember, it is your responsibility to be consistent, rewarding, and in charge. Thank you.